Beyond the beat, slow feet don't eat. You went and made it, was your story. Beyond the beat, come talk with Teek. We all can make it, share your story. Beyond the beat, beyond, wavy. Beyond the beat, beyond.
Yo, welcome to the weekly close with CIC, where realtors keep it real and drop the knowledge you need about today's market. I'm your host, Teek the Agent, and every week we're breaking it down. The wins, the lessons, and the moves you can make to buy, sell, and invest with confidence. Let's get it.
All right, y'all, it's Akai again. I've missed a couple of weeks, but I'm back now.
She's back. And it's Sophie again. We have a lovely guest with us today. His name is Matt Chick.
Welcome, Matt.
What's
Welcome,
up?
Matt.
How we
Welcome,
doing? How we
Matt.
doing?
We're
Pretty
good.
Awesome. Excited to be here. Stoked.
Thank you for coming. I know it's last minute. We had our conversation, our little meetup that we had earlier this week, and you
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah.
Let's rock.
Let's go.
Hey, thanks for adjusting the time so I didn't get stuck in traffic, though.
Oh, no. You were coming from?
Queen Creek, but my
Oh,
office is in Chandler, so I'm going to go to Chandler after this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a long drive for you.
Not too bad,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Whatever for the guests.
I like this area, though.
Yeah.
Lynchville Park's nice.
It's very nice, very nice. Well, Matt, tell us a little bit about how you got started. We noticed that, well, we just found out that you're the fix and flip king.
No, I don't know about the king. There's a lot of us.
Well, Prince. Look, we don't know anybody else, so in
There you
our
go. I like
podcast
that.
is king.
I like it. I like it.
You are king in our
Yeah,
territory.
we're in the Mecla.
Oh, yes, definitely. But you are a realtor first.
I am, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
tell us how you got started.
Well, it's fun.
Or tell us what set you're at.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. I actually I was in the car business. I was in the car business for about 7 years. I managed, I had over 60 employees, 4 dealerships that I was running. And, but with that came, I was running 7 days a week, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day. And I was getting ready to have my daughter. And my wife kind of gave me an ultimatum. So I wasn't really around for my first 2 boys in the beginning. I felt like as a man, my job was to provide. Okay. So like, I felt like I had to go make the money. I was making 6 figures in the car business, but I wasn't there at the birthday parties. I wasn't there at the sporting
Where
events.
it counts.
Yeah. You know, I thought my only job was to make sure the money was there because I grew up like crazy poor. Right. So I was like, okay, that's not going to be them. And my wife came to me and she goes, hey, I've raised 2 kids without you. If I have to do it again with the daughter, I'm actually going to do it without you. So that's where I was like, shit. You know?
That's real talk.
Yeah, it
Reality
was,
check.
dude. Thank God she said it, you know.
Man.
Locked
yeah,
in.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I was like, and she hates when I tell the story. She goes, I didn't say it like that. I'm like, boy, that's what I heard.
Listen,
That's what I
girl,
heard.
We giving you your props.
Yeah, that's
Take
what I
it.
heard. So I ended up, in the time, I was already investing in real estate. So I've been investing since I was about 21. So I was like doing a couple flips every 2 or 3 years. Like it wasn't a business. It was just, we came across a project. We had, you know, I was with a buddy, we'd do a deal. So I was like, what can I do? I had a buddy that I was kind of, that kind of got me into it, a guy named Jed. And I went and got my real estate license and I said, screw it, let's go. I had 25 grand in the bank and I jumped into real estate. And that was kind of how I got started. It all started from my wife just saying, hey, see ya.
Do better.
Yeah, do better.
better.
Yeah,
So
our
we can
lifestyle
thank
was
her
great,
for
but
this.
time, 100%. I could thank her for a lot of things in life.
Now, when you say invest, because to me, being on the outside looking in before real estate, like when I hear the words invest, oh, you just invested. Can you break that down a little bit more of what that means? What does invest in fix and flips mean?
Well, I think the investing is maybe the wrong word. Like exit strategy is really what it comes down to. It's like there's a multitude of investing in real estate. Investing truly just means that you as a human is going to go out there and do a deal that's going to benefit you. I'm taking their capital, time, energy, acquisition. I'm doing something to go find an opportunity. Investing is really just creating an opportunity in real estate, right? So real estate's an amazing vehicle, right? So it's created more millionaires than probably anything else out there, maybe before like the .com boom and stuff. But, so investing, I think, is just creating opportunity for yourself. Real estate agents, we service clients. We don't really create opportunities for ourselves, right? I had an old business partner tell me that this is going to fuck some people up here. It's a real estate agent. We're really working for tips.
Man, that's how it feels.
Right?
Like, for
Well, really,
real.
But you are.
how well did you service your client?
Yep.
Yeah.
How well did you do it? Did they like it? And sure, we got to negotiate our tip, right? But at the end of the day, like they're in charge of what we get paid through negotiations, right?
Absolutely.
Investing, you control 100% of what you make.
Man, that makes so
love
much
that.
sense. I've
Yeah.
never heard it put like that.
But
Yeah.
that's how it feels.
That's it. So investing in real estate is creating the opportunity for you to actually be the one that benefits from it. But with that takes a hell of a lot more risk, right?
Yeah.
As a real estate agent, what's our risk? We really have very little risk. We get into real estate with a couple of $1,000 and 90 hours worth of school, and we get to go act like lawyers.
Right.
You know, as investing, you have to either capital risk, time risk, relationship risk if you're leveraging other people's money, right? So there's a hell of a lot more risk. So you just gotta be a little more calculated. So investing to me is like just creating the opportunity, and then exit strategy is where the money's coming. So fix and flip, wholesale, novations, subject twos, wraps, seller carries. There's a gamut of ways to monetize a deal.
And then you just figure out what category you feel more comfortable with.
Yeah.
And you
And then
stay in that lane.
And you stay in that lane.
Well, I would-
or you kind of,
Yeah.
I would say master something, right? Like,
I would say 3. Like try to have 2, 3, 4 exit strategies that
Yeah.
you can execute, because not every deal will fall into the fix and flip bucket. Not every deal will fall into the wholesale bucket. Not every deal will fall into a creative finance deal. So you have to be proficient enough to, when you have the opportunity to buy a house at a discount or do something with a property, that you can monetize it.
So let's talk like real talk. We're going to take one of those lanes for now.
'Kay.
Fix and flip.
You love it.
Because, you know, that's what a lot of, especially young people,
Right.
like, oh man, let's get into this. We're going to buy this house and we're going to flip it and then sell it like it's like
Yeah.
cartel or something. It's
Yeah.
crazy, like it's drugs.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And like, let's talk about like what that exit strategy looks like. A fix and flip is not just you going to buy a house, fixing it up, and then selling it. It's not just that. Let's start from the beginning as it relates to, one, how you develop the relationship with the seller, if it's a seller at all, and then go from there. I know you talked about a formula, so let's just kind of like dive into what that looks like.
Fix and flips in itself is just as simple as you said it. It's acquire a property, right? So we call that A to B. So it's A to B. That's the A to B leg. And then so acquisitions, and then rehab, and then sell it, right? When you sell it to a seller, that's where you make your money. But all your money is made in the buy, right? But how do you get the opportunity to buy a house at 60% of what it's worth, right? Because you're not finding that on the MLS a lot of the times.
Absolutely
Some
not.
people do. Maybe you can get them down, but our number one source is agent referral. So it's getting in relationships with agents that come across deals. So I always tell everybody, if you're an agent, if you want to flip, you need to tell all the other agents that you want to flip. Most agents, like 98% of transactions transact with a real estate agent. Right. So build relationships with people that can come across the deals. Now, we're not looking for everybody. I tell everybody my favorite agent to work with is someone that come across 1 or 2 deals a year.
Yeah.
Right. Because, if they're coming across 15 deals a year, like then they're probably
doing it themselves.
right?
Yeah.
So if they're coming across 1 or 2 deals a year, that's my favorite, because then I can show them how to monetize it. They can make some money for bringing me the deal or whatever we do. But that's the favorite one. So I would tell everybody, any cross sale agent, if you really want to get a deal right now, you should be talking to 15 to 20 agents a day, letting them know you're looking for a deal, would be my number one play. But then there's direct to seller.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are there any scenarios where I'm going straight to,
Yeah.
I'm not an agent,
Yeah.
I'm going straight to the seller?
Yeah, correct.
What does that look like?
So there's a couple of my favorite ones. So we used to spend a ton of money on PPC, so pay-per-click advertising, but you're going to compete with the big boys, right? You're going to compete with like We Buy Ugly Houses, Doug Hopkins, Andrew the Home Buyer. Your lead cost is going to be somewhere between $400 and $550 a lead.
Wow.
Not a deal, right? Your deal acquisition is going to cost you somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 a deal, right? So
Wow.
you're going to have to buy 10 to 15 leads before one of them converts, right? So you're going to spend $5,000 on leads. At our height, we were spending about $300,000 a year on PPC.
Okay.
So when we started not getting a good return on it, that's when we kicked it. So, but PPC you could still buy. There's PPL, pay per lead. So there's a bunch of pay per lead sources out there. You can spend $250, $300 a lead and do that. And then the other way, so those are going to be your marketing ways. This is going to take capital and time. The other way is going to be lead gen, right? So direct to seller stuff you could be doing is obviously phone calls, neighborhood searches. You could be doing distressed property lists, pre-foreclosures, probates, 30, 60, 90-day lates, like all that stuff it could potentially fund a deal. And then driving for dollars would be a good one. Driving for dollars isn't just drive around, find a house, get a number. To me, go knock the door. You're looking for houses that are, not dilapidated, but roof's bad, 500 things in the front yard. It looks like someone distressed, right? You just go knock the door, see if they're interested in selling.
Okay.
But that's a numbers game.
Right.
So,
a lot
Those are
of
those
that stuff
number
will
ways.
take training.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a show me,
Yeah.
right? Like we do a lot of ride-alongs, like come with me and I'll show you how I do this. And that's what I wasn't getting previously. So you guys do a lot of that.
A ton of it.
Yeah.
So you guys
Take us with you.
actually get no, like seriously, you guys go. You get an agent in your car and go
We
to like
will.
talk to or door knock or whatever.
Yeah. So our
For
team
your
does.
for your
Our
newer
team
agents.
does.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so like if it's same with any lead, so we have 5 lead gen levers: Sphere, social media, leads, open houses, and then agent referral.
Right.
So just like anything, you should be shadowing an open house if you want to learn how to do open houses. You should be shadowing phone calls if
Right.
you want to know how to do phone calls. You'd be just shadowing door knocking. I think a lot of agents feel like they have to do everything on their own, and they don't. You can find the
Yeah.
right people to connect with that is actually going to help get you where you want to go.
And that's the key word: finding the right people.
100%.
Because
Well, that's everything
it's
in
enough.
life.
It's enough for everyone. And when you get around folks that feel like, oh, this is the last customer in the world, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to tell you how I did it. I'm not going to tell you. And I've crossed plenty of those people that feel like they have the last customer in the world, and I'm not telling you what I did to get it, or I don't even want you around me when I talk to them. And I'm like, that's your client, right? Like I can't steal your I don't want to steal your client. But if
just
your
wanna know
client
how
like
you
me
got
more
it.
than you, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play, the opposite here. If that's your client, that's your client. I'm not even gonna try. I want the information of how you got that client.
And that's the thing. They
I
don't
don't
even
want
want
your
They don't even
client.
want to provide the information. That's the thing, right? So in this business, you come across all different types of personalities, right? And like you said, it's okay to come across them and be cordial, but find the people that lined up with your values. Because at the end of the day, you got morals and values of your own.
There's more ego in real estate than I've ever seen in any other industry in my life. Like
Next to being a lawyer.
Yeah, I don't even know if that is. My lawyers need to have the ego. Though. That's maybe accurate. But like, if you think about it, like, I mean, I was in the car business for 7 years. Everybody talks shit about used car salesmen. There is more.
Car salesman, period.
Yeah. There is more snakes in real estate than I ever saw in the car business.
Yes.
I
But I
agree.
didn't know.
Like, there's
but
more
I didn't
snakes.
know. And then
They'll cut your throat.
and you don't know until you get in it. Like you hear stories,
Yeah.
but once you're in the pool and you graduate and you got your certificate and they're like, go ahead into the world.
See you. They
my
they're
gosh.
cutthroat, man.
Speaking of snakes, let's talk about the people, the agents, the real estate professionals that get into fix and flips, and they're trying to snake a deal because they want to close it.
Yeah, it happens all the
Right.
time.
So,
They'll
previous
people tell you-
transaction for me, I had client fell in love with the fix and flip. Basically, they put Band-Aid over a bullet wound, pipes, everything, rotted out. We did sewer scopes, all of that stuff. Horrible pipes. Them people literally put new patches of grass over where they dug up and saw that the pipes
Yeah.
were bad. So when it comes to Benzer, we're trying to negotiate, hey, we don't want anything off the house, just fix the pipes. We got a quote for them. We got somebody to come out there and do it at a really reasonable price. No. They wanted top dollar, whatever they had listed for the house. And he straight up told me, he was like, I took your offer because it came in first, but I got 2 more waiting. If you don't want it, you could just walk away. And I'm like, my client then fell in love with this house, and I'm just trying to get you to do the right thing. They're gonna have to change this. Like, it was literally in the sewer scope. You see the video, like holes in the pipes already. And y'all literally saw that and put the grass on top of it. I was so disappointed at a professional who decided to, one, speak to me like that, and then 2, put lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens.
I wish that in those cases, like, you could go to the board or something and report them for doing stuff like that, because that is not part of the fiduciary response that we took as a real estate agent.
Come on, school.
The,
Like, I'm just saying we're all...
But
our
what we were
fiduciary
talking
is to
about
the
before,
client.
they don't report a lot. We don't have time.
No.
And it's a lot of it's a lot of things that are not reported.
Well, our fiduciary is to the client too. You know, like what do you do about another professional or so-called professional? you
Yeah,
know?
well, it's honestly, as long as it's disclosed, it's in the realm.
Yeah.
Like so if
If
they
it's
disclose
disclosed.
that if they disclose the pipes are bad,
But
you
they
did
found
a
it
survey.
during
Yeah.
inspection.
Yeah.
We found it during inspection.
Well, it's now disclosed. That's all it has to be is that it has to be found.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's up to if they want to fix it or not. It's actually a very loose. It's not like a
Strict.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I have
Nobody
to do
has
it
to
because
do
it's
anything.
we just hope that people be good people.
That's it.
I mean, but it's their choice.
and
it's their choice.
and for them it's all money, right?
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
they don't the difference between the flipper that cares and the flipper that just wants to do it for the money is the guy that won't do the pipe, right? The guy that says, "Oh, it's shit, I'm going to give your client a bad house," or the guy that says, "Hey, I'm going to just take care of it." Like for us, we'll take less profit to give a really nice house, right?
Right.
You
Like,
want to have a good reputation as well with your
100%.
Right.
houses.
well, it's not just one house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do it hundreds and hundreds of times over the next, if
And
we
people
we'll
don't
get
want
to
to
1,000
see your name on a
plus,
house and be like, they don't do a good job. Like, I definitely don't want that.
100%, right? And that's the big deal is like, okay, are they just doing one or they plan on doing 50?
Right.
Right? Because, I know guys that do 20 a month and their houses are great.
Yeah.
They're not trying to get over on anybody at all.
Yeah, well, I definitely have this company down on my list. And it's
Never do it again.
That's a red list
Never
for
again.
sure.
Make sure you share it with the rest of the team.
Yeah, I got you for real. I
love
would
it.
never, if I see a house on the MLS by that was flipped by that company. No, I'm gonna tell my client, listen, I've had a bad experience. They are not willing to fix anything, and so if we run into a problem, you're not gonna get it done. So let's go find you a house that can.
So
Yeah, don't even
we're
waste
either
your
we're either
time.
going to run from you or run to you.
100%.
Exactly.
It's only two ways we can go, and when we find somebody good, we always look at, hey, what was that name?
I'm calling
we're gonna
them
use-
first.
watching
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling
What you
them
doing?
first.
We have fixed stuff after close. Like we'll
What?
we'll fix like someone will call them. Like
Yeah.
we had just a house that ended up having one of the pieces of grout. It wasn't sealed all the way, so it ended up their bathroom ended up like getting water in it and ruining some of the floor. They hit us up and we went back and fixed their floor in their bathroom and regrouted the whole shower.
That's
and
awesome.
That
done.
deserves a clap.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
Well, the right thing's the right thing. You gotta clap. Let's go. We got hot buttons. We got hot buttons.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
You feel good,
Let's go.
right?
Yeah, I love it, dude. I need to just walk around with that mic. Oh, that was a good one. Clap.
Yes.
Good
And then
job.
those things, thank you for your service. Because it just don't happen
No.
in real
It
estate.
don't.
It
There's
don't
not
happen.
people
Well, let's
at
just
all.
be good humans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
Just
what
be
that's
good humans.
what we're talking about. Now, how do you? Okay, so it's a lot of trending things that's going on. What trends? Because we got social media. A lot of people like, oh, I want to knock out my wall and put all all of that. And it changes. So, what trend is not worth it right now?
Oh God.
Because we got the panel walls. We have the.
So this is I pay a designer to design. I suck at design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so, layout's good for me. I can do layout
Okay.
and then construction. Design, I pay someone to do it.
Is there
I suck at
is
it.
there a certain thing that everyone wants right now?
No, I think everybody's kind of getting away from. I think you still so our last flip, we ended up doing almost like a big format tile that looked like concrete, and I thought we were still doing like light LVP throughout
Yeah.
the houses. So the light LVP is kind of going away, and people
Okay.
want more of like a not an industrial look, but more of a modern look. So like. That was interesting to me. And then the other thing is like I never used to put a lot of colors in house. And
Yeah.
my designer, my last one, did like a teal tile, like a real green tile in the shower. It was freaking badass.
Yeah.
Some gold, like the gold fixtures, I feel like are really coming their way back right now.
Are you like getting a lot of like client specifics? Like they want this client request, a client would want this, or because it's a flip, it's just like
We won't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we
it's
won't
not-
do.
it's
We
not
won't build the suit.
specialized.
Yeah. We
Gotcha.
won't
Okay.
build the suit. Like.
Okay.
So yeah. So everything the designer goes in, picks it out, orders it, then the GC goes in, and that's the only way you can keep your time frames tight.
It's scary though, don't
Because
you
you want
think?
30 days,
Yeah.
45 days.
Yeah, that's scary though, don't you think? Because a lot of that stuff is very like client specific. Like, it's going to take a certain client to like that kind of stuff. So
You
it's
have
a
to have
risk.
someone that knows like what's going on.
So that's
like,
why you hired a professional.
I fought her. She wanted white appliances.
Oh.
And I said, I'm not putting white appliances in the house. She goes, you have to. And I'm like, I'm not putting white appliances in the house.
It kind of is
Some of them
making,
can
it's
look
coming
nice.
back though.
Freaking love
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
people love
It's
the
actually-
white
it's coming
appliances.
back. It's
I
coming
had
back.
no clue. I had no clue.
See?
They're
Yeah.
No
better.
clue.
You're
They're
still
looking-
you're
I
still
would've
on
done
stainless
stainless
steel.
steel. I would've done stainless steel. I would've done stainless
no,
steel.
because people are going away from that
Yeah.
because we are more customized.
Yeah.
Like my refrigerator, I can pull off the panels and change all the colors.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Right? Like
yeah.
I don't want to be confined, and I
Yeah.
think we're
Yeah.
in that world of not wanting to feel confined.
Yeah.
Like I want to buy this, but in 5 years, am I still gonna like this? You know,
Everybody's still in that whole Nene Leakes thing. Oh, white
white
refrigerator. No, like seriously, you go into houses now, and if I'm not mistaken, it can like can't they like have white? Is there a such thing as white stainless steel?
It's like, I think so, but it's like a white. It's like a matte finish white.
Yeah. And a lot of people like that. I've seen that in the kitchen. It was white cabinets and everything. The kitchen was beautiful, white marble countertops.
So there's a cafe line. Oh man, I'm gonna forget who the maker is, but it's like the higher end stuff.
Yeah.
We have $1 million flip going in Tempe right now, and we just did the cafe line. That's the white and with like gold trim, and it's badass. Like I would put it in my house.
You ain't
It
seen
looks
that since
nice.
the 80s though. White with the gold
I
trim.
know it's crazy.
I'm scared.
It's crazy.
Listen, I'm so scared of gold. Like I'm not a gold person when it comes to anything like knobs, anything.
Yeah.
Coming back.
And I actually
It
put
is
it in
coming
my
back.
bathroom, my half
coming back.
bathroom downstairs, and I was kind of nervous. I
Yeah.
was like, it's gold. I wipe it all the
Yeah.
time. Like I just have that old brassy.
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
grew up,
Yeah.
my grandmother's house, and I'm
Bright
like,
brass.
I can't,
Yeah.
I cannot.
But I think fashion makes full circle anyway. So I mean, everything's gonna come
Jinkos
back
are back.
around.
Yeah.
My
Listen.
sons were talking about Jinko
Yeah.
jeans. I'm
Let
like,
me
what?
tell you,
Yeah.
and then
I had interstates.
I saw, like people are calling them jorts right now,
Yeah.
but that's culottes. You know,
Yeah,
like we
yeah,
used to wear
yeah,
the
yeah.
like it's jean shorts that come right below your knees,
They
but they're like
culottes.
kind of like wide.
What are they called?
They call them jorts.
I
jean
never heard
shorts.
of that. I never heard
They
of
call
that.
them that today, but
They're
that's culottes. Yes, like but
I
Don't
even-
start,
I don't even know what
Sophie.
that is.
Okay,
you guys
let's
are all over
stop.
my head.
Okay.
You guys are over my head right now.
This side and y'all are on that side.
I'm sorry. I'm
I don't
sorry.
even know what you're
Sorry.
saying. Dude. It's foreign language.
I'm a 80s
Okay.
baby. Okay.
Back to the fix and flips. Well, not fix and flips. The other exit strategy I wanted to ask you about, like as it relates to FSBOs. Like, so I got somebody in my neighborhood want to sell his house. He don't want to pay an agent. What do I do?
What is a FSBO?
For sale by owner.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So
Yes.
for
A lot
sale
of
is-
people might not know.
Yeah.
for sale by owners are tough, right? Because they typically don't want to pay an agent because they want to keep all the money.
Yes.
So if they want to keep all the money, are you really going to be able to get the house at a discount enough price? Remember, we're trying to buy somewhere between 60 and 65% of ARV, right?
ARV is
After repaired value.
Yes.
So
Okay.
what is it worth after I rehab it?
There you go.
Because that's your first thing is like, okay, what can I buy it at? And then every other exit strategy comes up, back into that, right? So unless a for sale by owner is truly motivated, I'm probably just going to move on. I'm going
Yeah.
to call, have one conversation, see what's up. One of my favorite lines is, "Hey, why did you decide to sell it yourself? Do you hate agents, or are you just trying to save some money on commission?"
Right.
Right, and then just they'll
That's
laugh.
the bottom.
Right, they'll
but that's
typically
the bottom
laugh.
line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm an agent. I want to approach this person. I call the number. Hey, can I ask that question? Listen,
100%.
I'm not trying to, tell you not to use an agent I'm not asking you to list your property. I just want to know like what kind of deal
I would just
could
call
get.
and say, "Hey, listen, hey, my name's Matt. I'm calling because I'm a local investor and just want to see if, looks like you're trying to sell your property. You got any room on it, or are you hard on price?"
Okay.
That's a
I would
good.
just straight
I
up
like
say, "What's
Short,
up?" Yeah.
short to the.
Yeah, I'm hard on price.
Okay.
Or they're gonna be like, "Well, what do you think?" I'm like, I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna be real south of where you're at. What I'm looking to do is X. I'm looking to, potentially buy it as a rental or buy it, renovate it, and turn around and resell it.
And at that point, you already did the comps. You already looked up.
Already
You
kinda
already know
know.
what to say.
Probably.
See, it's like
Okay.
you set it up.
Yeah.
So your conversation is going to sway on their answer, and then just.
And
go
then I'm
from
gonna get
there.
in front of them, and they're gonna ask me for a number, and I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm gonna like, "Hey, listen, honestly, there's no way I could buy your house with never seeing it. Why don't I swing by later tonight, take a look at it, and we can dive deep into the numbers. Typically, I can give you an offer on the spot."
Okay.
Okay, that
you know?
makes.
And then I'd go look at the house, and then I do what's called a Foursquare. So we do option-based selling. So regardless who I sit down with, I give them 4 options. So if I walk the house, I'm going to find motivation, and then I'm going to try to figure out where I can monetize the deal. If I can buy it, great. If I can't, then I'm going to try to take it as a listing.
Okay.
but at least I have the
So
opportunity.
you can do either or, and that's the great part of being both sides.
Yeah.
You're not just one or the other.
Yeah. So we have 4 options. 1, retail, traditional real estate, take it as a listing. 2, we have an institutional buyer, right? So this is going to be your big box buyers that buy for rental or appreciation, which I have a bunch of relationships in that industry. We just took one of these last night. And then 3 is cash offer, and then 4 is creative finance. And what I always like to do is ask them, hey, listen, are you okay with getting your money over time? I could pay you a lot more for the house. And then if they say, no, I want it all up front, then I kind of disqualify that. Then, hey, out of the 3, which one resonates the most with you? And then we just go into a close, right?
Okay.
So the good thing about the car business is it taught me how to sell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
definitely
kind
transferable.
of always say to myself, I'm not a salesperson, but
You
I got
technically
something
are.
that you might be interested in. So I'd love to kind of chat
Yeah.
with you on the side about it. I have to run. I have a showing.
Cool.
So we're going to swap out.
Okay, Matt, you have like a whole team of people, right?
Yeah.
And then the first thing of mine is you can't control everybody's time.
No, I don't want to.
So how do you?
I'm out of management.
How do you make sure that the deal get done in the time? That's
Okay, so there's two
you got timelines, of course, but you know.
So I have staff, and then I have real estate agents. Real
Okay.
estate agents' job is to go find deals.
Yes.
Okay. Staff's job is to make sure the contracts are legit, and my staff is paid, salary or hourlies. I actually have 7 people that work in the Philippines for me, and
Okay.
they're probably the best staff I have. And then I shouldn't have said it out loud. And then I have my we have our director of operations, which is my wife. So I should definitely take that back. My director of operations is she's the one that does all of our investment stuff. So
Okay.
my TAs in the Philippines, they do all the retail stuff. Brittany does all of our investment stuff, and that's to make sure we don't get sued. Because if I get sued, she gets sued, and she doesn't want to be sued.
Yeah.
We've been in a couple of lawsuits through real estate, so it's just you got to protect yourself from all that stuff.
Makes perfect sense.
So she makes sure our timelines are legit, and then there's really not that many people, right? There's you got your GC, right? You have your designer. I make all the decisions on if we're buying it, if we're not buying it. I have a 50-50 partner in that business that we bounce ideas off each other, but pretty much he relies on me to make sure I know that it's a deal. But he's my main money guy, right? And then we have our transaction coordinator,
okay,
and then that's
process
it,
the
right?
paperwork.
Yep.
I mean, you really need
good.
that. I mean, we look at the little. That's so huge, right?
Yeah.
And not just saying we're just agents, but it's so many timelines that we have to stick with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. And then listening to you, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine staying on time for everything.
Once you start scaling, like you have to hire, right? Like once you go from, you could probably run 10, 15, 20 deals a year. But I remember I did my very first deal, the very first month I got in real estate. So I got into real estate and I helped my sister buy a house. I did the paperwork on my own on that. I uploaded in a Sky Slope. I did everything there. And then I was like, F this. I'm never doing it again. Never doing it again.
Yes.
So I literally went to my wife and I said, listen, if you want me to stay in real estate, I need you to take care of all my paperwork.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even licensed at the time.
Right.
But she just did it. Super detailed, super intelligent, right? I'm not a school
It's either
guy.
you have the forte or you're not. Like for me, I'm a paperwork
Hire it out.
person.
Yeah, hire it.
I've always been a paperwork person. So I'm telling them when I did my last 2 deals, I'm like, I don't need a transaction coordinator. I boom, 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 and they're like, I'm not doing all that. I'm like,
Transaction coordinator for sure.
I can do that easily because that's how I, that was my background.
You're either built for it or you're not.
Or you're not. You either
not.
paperwork or you're not. Oh,
The one thing I would tell you though is that even though that you're good at it, it does take you away from the number one thing.
It does.
And the number one thing is prospecting. Find more deals. Their only job as a real estate agent or investor doesn't matter. Find more deals. So I tell everybody 95%, when you get in this industry, 95% of what you will be doing is what I call client acquisition. 5% will be taking care of your clients. If it's flopped the other way, you won't make money. And let's be honest, like it all depends on what level of money we want to make. Especially as an agent or investor. Do you want to make $50,000 a year? Do you want to make $100,000 a year? Do you want to make $750,000? Do you want to make $1 million? Do you want to make $500,000? Every piece of that will demand a different version of you. That makes sense?
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on a fucking roll. You guys are in trouble. I'm gonna start freaking rocking. I'm gonna start
gonna be
going.
preaching.
I'm gonna start. I'll get on this
we're
fucking
just
chair
gonna
right
put
now.
a beat behind you and just let you flow because it sounds like that to me.
That's
Like,
funny. That's
like
funny.
preach.
Yeah. No, but so like if you hire the transaction coordinator, it allows you to be able to go do the number one thing that's important, and that's go find more deals.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's okay with me. I got one deal.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna go da da da. But then I was telling them like, if I had 2 more, ain't no way.
We gotta be doing like 15 at a time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't do. I mean, I could, but why? I'd rather prospect. We rather be in the places where we're gonna meet. We're always talking about that. Let's go here. Where are people at? To you don't want to step on people's toes, but you don't want to be not in the room with these people. So we always try to make sure that we're visible, right? We don't want to be,
Secret agent.
Secret agents.
Can't be. Yeah, nobody's just gonna sign up with you.
But y'all need to tell people that when they get out of school, because just crossing over the line, these are bigger things, but just crossing over the line of social media presence. I never had that problem because of my past lives, but other people have. So it's like, okay, before we get there, let's cross this little stone. You got to make it, you can't be a secret agent. You got to let people know what you do. Right. So once you get over that hump, then you can go to the next level. I feel like it's so many levels in being realtor, so many levels.
100%.
And I think that from the outside looking in, we got TV, we got Selling Sunset, we got all these things on Netflix, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put.
That's not fucking real.
We know that.
It ain't real. It ain't
Well,
real
look,
life, dude.
I know that
It ain't
now.
real life.
I knew when I seen the 5-inch heels. I'm like, that's
hell
not
no,
in
dude.
Arizona.
She ain't showing 10 houses.
Not in rocks.
No,
we
she
got,
ain't showing
She's not
there's-
finding the
no,
lockbox.
there's 30 pounds. There's 30 pounds of rocks by each lockbox.
She's in a mini skirt. She doesn't have to bend down on a lop
Come on
by a
now.
freaking cactus.
Listen, you see
You
what
know what I'm saying?
I got
That's
every
right.
pair of tennis shoes
That's it.
because I never know what I'm walking in. Sophie, you were cute too.
I need.
Sophie.
I'm a heel girl.
Sophie did her
I
first.
am
look,
a heel
Sophie
girl.
did her first open house, and I would never forget. And I got there, and I was like, "Oh, you cute!" And then she had to go to the backyard, and she didn't know the backyard was sinking.
Oh my God. Just falling over.
And I just looked at her. I said, "See, this is what you got to deal with.
That's
You
funny.
You got to come. You could be cute, but you got to be prepared for whatever, And
I
I'm
wear
always,
the same thing every day.
Yeah.
I have 10 of these shirts and
Yeah.
5 pairs of these pants.
Yeah,
I wear the same
Must be
fucking thing
so nice
every
I
day.
approve.
It's
I approve
I don't have
that
to
message.
I don't have to make any
Listen,
decision.
You don't have to lay your outfit out the night before.
I'm just
No.
trying to change my glasses every day.
that's it.
Everything else
I
is a
love
go.
it.
My
I love
tennis
it.
shoes, my
I love it.
glasses. I'm ready to go. Like
I'm a big believer in uniforms.
I didn't. Yes, I didn't see.
I love uniforms.
I didn't see too much stuff out here, and I'm just like I didn't been. And even yesterday, I was in the most glamorous house. I was like, oh my God, I want to live here, and all to do an inspection like an hour later, and I was like, oh my God, I'm about to throw up. Like you got to be prepared for both.
Everything.
You got to be prepared for both.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna wrap up here,
'Kay.
Matt. But let me give you a scenario. I'm an agent. I'm a new agent. I want to invest. Where do I go? Where do I start?
You call me. No, I'm just kidding. Shameless plug.
1-800.
Shameless plug.
Plug yourself. You can go ahead and do that.
chick. No. Honestly, you have to decide when you say you want
I
to
have no
invest.
money.
Yeah. You have to decide when you say you invest what you want to do. If you want to fix and flip, first thing you got to do is find capital. You can flip without money, but you can't flip without money, if that makes sense. You can flip without any of your money, but you can't flip without any of someone else's money. So first thing would go raise some capital. I would tell you probably need anywhere between $100,000 and $150,000 to flip a house.
Can you repeat that?
$100,000 to $150,000
Thank
to flip a house, and that's going to be a $500,000 house less. You're going to be 10% down. That's going to be $50,000, and then you have enough money for your rehab and burn rate. A lot of lenders right now are giving you your rehab costs again, so you could potentially be out of pocket somewhere between 10 and 12% total. My last house in Phoenix, I borrowed the rehab. I was total out of pocket $65,000. And that was for a $625,000 house. So you could do it with less. I would just tell you to have at least $100,000 in the bank. You want to make sure you have 6 months of holding costs. Once you figure out the money, then go find a deal. And go find a deal is freaking talk to agents and bang doors and make phone calls until you find something. And then hope to God you analyze it right, because you got to get really, really good at analyzing deals. So if I was a new agent, I would honestly tell you to go partner with someone for your first couple. Because if you lose money on your first one, you set yourself up for so much failure, because either you saved all the money from your previous work and you lost all your own capital, which is now you got to go resave it again, or 2, you lost someone else's money. So you probably lost that lifeline of cash. And depending on how you had that deal structured, you could either have to pay that money back or you no longer have that relationship. Typically, when you lose someone else's money, they're pretty pissed off, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, so then the reason I say that is I would either find someone that's doing it that will partner with you, or, you got to be really make sure you buy the house right.
It just seems so much easier to partner.
In the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
I mean, everything, really.
I believe in partners. I do, my number one trait is I do step 1 really, really well. I'm really good at step 1, building relationships, getting things going, creating opportunities. That's who I am. Not step 2 through 99, I suck at. So that's why I need everybody else. So like my business partner, he crushes step 2 through 99.
Right.
He's not a visionary. He doesn't see it. But dude, if I tell him what we're doing, motherfucker's unstoppable.
Right.
Unstoppable.
You got to have those kind of people on your team.
And he's better than me. He's generally better than me at it, and that's why it works. And that, like, we'll do over, we're gonna have one of our best months as a real estate team, and we're gonna do over, $230,000 in compensation GCI this month. So
crazy.
it's
insane.
Yeah, it's cool.
Real estate is a wild, wild place.
Oh.
I love it.
It's drug dealer money. You're just not a drug dealer.
It
And
really
you get
is.
that
dealer money.
high.
Yeah,
You
dude,
get
get
that
excited.
doing drugs.
All we need is a beat behind what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated how long the retail transaction is too long for me, and that's why I went to the investment
I
space.
mean,
Because I come
it
from the car
is.
business.
It is. It is. I mean, when I had my first cash deal, I almost cried.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's 7 days."
Yeah, let's go.
But it is a high.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
high, and you want that all the time.
All the time. Chase it.
Yeah,
That's it.
because
You're just
30 days
chasing it.
is so long. I'm
You're
like,
just-
what the heck?
Yeah.
But
30
yeah.
way
I
too
feel like the
long.
longest
know
30
it.
days.
And
I
you
know
can't
it.
and you can't even get excited because there's so many things that in the
That can
transaction.
happen within
Fuck
that.
it.
That can happen
Don't,
within
don't
that
count
30
your money
days.
too soon.
I-
Don't count
I
your
never
money too
counted
soon.
at all.
It is in the bank.
Until it's in the
Yeah,
bank.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't count it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
don't plan on paying bills.
Nope.
No, man, you better have a
Nope.
couple.
I'm
And I tell
broke.
you, you better have 4 or 5 pending at all times if you never want to go without.
I know it.
Because if you
I
only have
know
one
it.
pending at all times,
I know it.
then that deal could fall out. And
Yeah.
you might have been banking on that to pay your bills
I
next month.
had three and one fell out,
Yeah.
but 2 went through. But it was just like a panic, and then it was like, but then now I'm like, I'm back. It's like up in all these emotions.
Highs and lows. You're like,
Scaling as a real estate agent is probably one of the hardest things to do.
I think we need an emotion class. I don't think you can prepare for the amount of letdown.
Yeah.
Of highs and lows.
Yeah.
It's so many. Like one phone call can change everything.
Emotional intelligence is probably the number one skill set anybody could ever have.
Yeah.
Like if you want to grow as a human.
Yes.
There's a guy that I've been coached with. This guy, he has a team in Lake Havasu. He's got over $600 million in development. He's got a team doing over 800 units a year. He just opened up in Kingman as well. His name's Dustin Runyon. If you don't know who he is, follow him.
Okay.
Dude changed my life, and just from that emotional intelligence, understanding that your personal is connected to your professional, by taking care of yourself and your who you are as an individual and demanding personal growth of yourself, your business will attract more.
I like that. I like that. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up here. That's a wrap. You've been rocking with the weekly close with CIC. Matt, can you throw out your social handle? How can we find you?
I am Matt Chick on Instagram, Matt Chick on Facebook. I suck on TikTok, so don't even go there.
You're not dancing?
So those are the best ways: Instagram and Facebook.
All right. That's a wrap. You've been rocking with the weekly close with CIC. Real agents, real stories, real talk. Catch us next week. Same time, new gems. Stay locked in.
That was fun. Oh, is it too late?
Beyond the beat, beyond the beat.